Well, hello everybody, Johnny Hiland here in Nashville, Tennessee in Camp Hiland Studio, bringing you another video on a fantastic pedal that has rocked my world. It's made by Cast Engineering and it is called the Texas Flood. So let's get down on the pedal and have a look and see what this bad boy has to offer. Well, if we look down at this snazzy pedal, you can see it comes in a dark purple sparkle, which is really cool. And guys, for a blind guy, my goodness, look at those knobs lit up like that. Really helps a blind guy out on stage, let me tell you. So that was really appealing for me right off the bat, man. And of course, I was looking pretty close going, oh no, they don't have an LED light on there, but my goodness, I plugged it in and man, it blew me away that the knobs actually lit up like that. So from top left, we have level, which is your volume, tone, which obviously sets the level of thickness or cleanliness you have to the pedal. And then of course we have our drive knob, which obviously sets the level of gain. Now, just to fill you in on this pedal, this is actually based after the mods that Cesar Diaz would do to Stevie Ray Vaughan's TS-808s, his tube screamers. And when I heard that, I instantly wanted to acquire one of these pedals and give it a test drive. And my goodness, am I glad that I did so. The thing that I've found most about this pedal is that it's uber versatile in how you set your tone, your drive, and your level. Most people use the level knob and just set it to, set unity gain to their amp. And I've noticed that the more I play this and run the level differently, I get a different responsiveness in the overall gain. Now in the gain structure, I would say that this pedal actually is more of a medium style gain and what I would call a super bluesy cool pedal. And it has the same kind of drive, if you will, of an old tube screamer, but it has more modern features and it's actually made to play through any rig, any amp, anytime. So it's really cool. And so now what I'm going to do is just kind of run you through some of the features of how I like to set the Texas Flood by Cast Engineering. Now let me tell you a little bit about how I set this puppy. Now, I must say, to start off with, this is an uber responsive pedal. You don't find that in a lot of stomp boxes these days, guys, so that is an added plus with all Cast Engineering pedals. The Texas Flood is really great for guys that love Danny Gatton like I do, where you can play Now, what have I done to actually gain that kind of tone? Well, I've turned the drive down. I've actually set the tone somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock. That seems to be the magic spot. But as you can see, the drive is turned way down. And but the level is brought up some. And so that kind of gives you that tube breakup sound. That's really appealing if you're a 100-watt amp driver like I am. I push a 100-watt amp, and it's really hard to get a tube breakup sound out of a nice, clean platform, great pedal platform amp. So to get that Danny Gatton kind of tone, I needed a pedal that could give me that natural tube breakup sound, and the Texas Flood definitely does that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go into Stevie Ray Vaughan world a little bit and just crank the drive knob up just a little more to like between 11 and 12 o'clock and bring the tone up just a little more. I'm going to leave the level right where it is. And so now, if we go to the neck pickup of our guitar, you can find you can get that natural Stevie, hot, guys. Now listen, I'm not running anything else except this pedal, and I am running a little bit of the Century here from TC Electronic that just gives me a little noise reduction. But all you're hearing is the natural reverb from the amp itself, and the Texas Flood with a little bit of noise reduction from the TC Century. Now I'm going to crank the drive even more. So let's go up to like 2 o'clock now on the drive. Leave the tone the same way. I can actually bring the tone up a little bit more. So we're at like 3 o'clock. Now this kind of gives you even more of that saturated Stevie tone. Kind of like the, I don't know, something like this here. Boy, that is nice and meaty sounding right there, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and crank the drive all the way up now, leaving the other settings where they are. And this is the full-on drive setting that you can get out of the Texas Flood. Now, one thing I'd like to do for you folks today is let you know that the Texas Flood pedal really, really works well when using a compressor. I've noticed a lot of videos on YouTube that are describing the Texas Flood. I think it's fantastic, and you've heard the tone of the pedal naturally. Now what I'm going to do is bring the level of the Texas Flood down, and I'm going to add some compression and let you hear what it sounds like with a compressor. Man, oh man, that is rocking. Now, what I'd like to do is finish this little video by showing you a demonstration of how I like to use the Texas Flood with my rig. And what I do is I bring the volume up a little more, and I bring the gain, or the drive, back down to about between 9 and 10 o'clock. And what I like to use it for is with my chicken picking sound. And that actually sounds something like this. Now guys, when playing chicken picking with the Texas Flood, you can be so responsive by turning your volume knob of your guitar down, and you will find that the Texas Flood has such a responsiveness that is so cool. And I'll just give you a little example of that. So that was me just playing with my volume knob. And the thing I love about the Texas Flood is when you're jamming live on stage and you're cranking up your amp to to a volume that's going to blow people's heads back, you know that you can be real responsive with this pedal, and I think that's one of the biggest winning characteristics of what makes the Cast Engineering Texas Flood so awesome. So I want to take this time and thank everybody at Cast Engineering for hooking me up with such an awesome pedal. My buddy Ben, I thank you, pal. And God bless all you folks at Cast Engineering. God love all you guitar pickers. And make sure that you hop into a Cast Engineering Texas Flood today. This is Johnny Hiland signing off, and we'll catch you back here real soon. Cheers.